Today's Friday, January 27th, 2023. That's actually why I'm reading Psalm 127 today. Just 127. Decided, let's go read Psalm 127. And it actually has some connections to Ecclesiastes, which is really cool. And I wasn't even sure if I was going to do a video today because my last video, and I'm kind of gearing up to do another series on probably the book of Isaiah. But I wanted to give an opportunity. And so I had the choice. I could either just take today off, or I just thought, you know what, let's just go for it. And that's when it came into my head, well, it's the 27th, let's go check out. But then I remembered, oh, there's actually a lot of good Psalms in the hundreds. So let's do 127 because it's January. And here I am making a video, which is a lot more productive than whatever else I was going to do. Just giving an opportunity is something that people have been talking about around me in context with God, giving God opportunities to work in your life. It's not always productive to just sit back and passively wait for things to happen. You need to actually put yourself out there and give God opportunities to work. And so yeah, that's why I'm doing this video today. And let's go ahead and get reading. Like I said, it's kind of interesting that the 127 today ended up having to do with what we just read, Ecclesiastes. Okay, except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh but in vain. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, for so he giveth his beloved sleep. Lo, children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. As arrows are in the hand of a mighty man, so are children of the youth. Happy is the man that hath his quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak with the enemies in the gate. Okay, so the second half of the psalm actually gets adopted by a group of Christians, the quiverful. I don't know if it's like a legit denomination or anything like that, but anything that's a denomination, a creation of man, should be totally rejected. I don't believe anybody should be a part of any denomination. All of that stuff is trans behavior. No regular, normal human has the ability to build their own denomination and, be a quiverful, stuff like that. That's so showy. Like, I'm going to put a title about how I get to have 12 children and I'm so much better than you because I live like this. Anything like that builds divisions between people, or is try to like holier than thou. Oh, I'm following a part of the Bible that you don't follow. All of that stuff is so clearly nonsense that nobody should be following. And like I said, Bafo, the only people that can even do that, like people that are lifestyle, people that it's like your whole identity is about some lifestyle. That's just Bafo behavior. And most normal people don't even have the means to have lifestyles like that. Anyways, I went on a rant about the quiverful thing. And another unfortunate thing is that, yeah, it's still true that children are a blessing and all that, but we're actually in end times today. And Jesus told us that it's woe to those with children in the end times. So I'm not saying that having children is a bad thing. That is not the case. It's just we're actually at a part of history where having your quiver full might be really, really difficult and make your life very stressful and difficult. Whereas in times past, it would be an enormous blessing and a lot of help. So what else? The beginning, yeah, was about I don't know what else to say at the beginning besides their focus on, basically, to paraphrase the beginning of the psalm, to do anything without having God in mind is vanity. And what this also reminds me of, which has to do, like I said, people in my life have been talking about give God opportunities to work in your life. Another thing that has just been like a theme that people have been talking about, or what I've been noticing, is so in the book of Acts, when Jesus just went back up to heaven and the Holy Ghost comes down on the disciples, and like flaming tongues of fire, and they're speaking in tongues, and the next thing that happens is a community is started. They start this community together. They pool all their money into it. They talk about the economics of this. Everybody pools all their money together and they live as a community because of this outpouring of the Spirit on everybody. And it was a crazy time. There were miracles happening left and right around this group, and Jesus had just come back. They just saw Jesus resurrect. So this was a community united under God. God was the reason for everything that they did, and their entire community was about God. And that is what I long for. I feel like I've found the only thing that matters to me, and I feel like I'm constantly surrounded by people who don't care as much as I do about the only thing that matters. And I long to find other people that is all they care about. The fact that they know God is real and that Jesus and the Bible is the truth. There is no other point to life beyond that. If you truly believe that and you find that, what is the point of anything else? There really isn't. And it does bring me joy to be around other people. And this is why I think it's a good thing to go to church, because even if there will be people out there that are deceived by Ball Earth and stuff, you still can find people that you can tell that they don't like it here either, and that they do love Jesus, and that they're banking on that, and that it's their everything too. And so you might not be able to find the type of community that's talked about in Acts, but there are opportunities for you out there to connect with other people who feel similarly, and maybe you can slowly, just by being present with them, who knows. So I'll just talk about my life. I've been slowly trying to do more church related things, even though I have a lot of issues with modern churches and the way that they run things. But the community is just so amazing, and I know that Jesus is bigger than like conspiracy theory, and I know that there can be tons of people out there that are deceived about things that maybe I figured out or God showed me, but that's okay. Everybody has a different life story, and I'm not better or worse than anybody else because I came to Jesus differently. And I know that I have something to offer people who might be deceived about certain things, and they have things to offer me too. So anyways, this has just been a ramble of a video, but I hope you enjoyed, and God bless everyone.